Okay, so tonight I'm going to be making two of my favorite summer salads that are pretty much a meal in a bowl. I've done a lot of prep work, so this will be fairly quick. First is the potato salad with smoked trout and a creamy sauce made out of mayonnaise and sour cream and horseradish and lemon juice. So when making a sauce like that has a dairy part and an acid part, I like to put them together at the very last minute so that they don't curdle around the ingredients. And another thing is, for chives, I highly recommend that you use scissors like this. It's much easier to chop up a lot of chives at once with this method. This recipe calls for a cup of chives in the original. I'm making half of the original. So usually chives should be about 1/8 of an inch. They're prettier and the flavor comes out of them when they're smaller. You're always going to have a little bit left over, so you can put that aside, add it to another salad. And this salad also calls for a cup of sweet onion. And when I'm cutting an onion, what I like to do is use 2 knives. I use my small knife, and this is actually a steak knife. Victorinox makes a set of 6 steak knives that I have found to be wonderful for kitchen prep. They do everything from slice an onion to Suprema grapefruit, and if you have 6 of them, then you are pretty sure that you're going to always have a new one as if they get dull. And of course, the best way to keep them from being dull is to hand wash them, never put them in the dishwasher. All right, so now that I've got that, I use my big knife for chopping a lot of things at once. And this is my prized Henkel's knife that I got when I was 20 years old as a gift from my parents. They asked me, "What do you want for Christmas?" I said, "A real chef's knife." They said, "Okay, that's all you're getting." So they've taken good care of this knife over those many years. So this is supposed to be very finely chopped, so I'm going to give it a little bit more. I like to chop any fish or meat on my board first, and then chop the vegetables. Well, meat that is cured meat, it's not raw meat, because the juice from the vegetables cleans the board and also picks up a little bit of flavor from the smoked fish or the ham, whatever you're adding to a salad. Okay, that looks pretty good. That in, and I put my smoked trout in, and then now I'm going to whisk in the horseradish and lemon juice into the cream. Add that to the salad as much as it needs. I'll pour in half for now, see how that absorbs. That looks pretty good. I'm going to let that sit for a while, and if it needs more sauce, I will add it. So the marvelous thing about this salad is that the smoked trout adds a little more protein and a lot less fat than bacon, which you might expect as the smoky note in a potato salad like this. And this is going to be a nice part of a meal, either a light meal just on top of salad or alongside some vegetables and some chicken. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. So that's salad number one. I like to mix and keep any salad that has vinegar in it or lemon juice, any acid, in a glass bowl, and also keep it in a glass container because glass is very inert to those acids, whereas steel and plastic break down. And let's see how it tastes. Perfect. Right. The second salad I'm making is this lentil salad with vegetables and canned salmon, which if rinsed and added to a salad with lots of other flavorful ingredients is perfectly good. You won't notice much difference, I think, between the canned salmon and if you grilled your own salmon and added that in. Kind of a waste of grilled salmon, this salad. So, this salad has a dressing of lemon juice, dill, mustard, salt, and pepper. And since I'm in an Airbnb and I don't have my lemon reamer with me, I'm gonna do a quick scoring of this lemon. And then just squeeze it against a fork. I only need about a third of a cup in the original recipe, and since this is half, that means about 8 teaspoons, because a third of a cup is 16 teaspoons. All right, and I may not have exactly enough, so what I do in situations like that is I grate the lemon rind and I add that in for the extra lemon flavor. This salad also has some nice dill in it, and for dill prep, I also recommend the scissors. Just take the scissors and slice away in the mug. Wonderful smell of fresh dill. Then pour in the olive oil. And the rest of the ingredients. For a lentil salad like this, I'm going to put in the lentils first, and then the lighter things on top, and then fold them in. These are the little green pui lentils, French lentils also, as they're known. And I don't cook them in just water, as this recipe recommends. I cook them in water that I've amended with this wonderful stuff called Better Than Bouillon. And no, they're not sponsoring this video. But a half teaspoon of this in the water when you're cooking lentils gives them an amazing flavor, even though you rinse the lentils after they're cooked. That doesn't remove all the flavor they picked up from that broth concentrate. All right. So here we've got salmon, red pepper, cucumber, and red onion. And this salad actually tastes better the day after you make it. So it's nice to make this at night and then have it for lunch or dinner the next day. I think the only thing I would add to this one bowl meal would be maybe some nice crusty warm bread and a glass of wine. So there we have it. 2 salads that I'm going to keep in the fridge, and that'll be, I'd say, 5 meals out of this, and ready to go whenever I want. So I will post the links to the recipes, and I hope you will try them too. Good night.